Alrighty, guys. Yesterday you should have completed this brainstorming worksheet over your personal narratives and turned that into Schoology. You also, once you finish the worksheet, you should have circled what personal narrative idea that you liked best that you wanted to write about. I'm going to model my idea when I thought my house was haunted. Okay, so let me just erase all this. Okay, I'm going to rewrite my topic at the top of my plot diagram to remind myself what I'm writing about. When I thought my house was haunted. Remember, you are writing stories about yourself. The plot diagram looks almost identical to the ones we've done with other stories. The only difference is we put the inciting incident with the exposition box rather than keeping it separate. And I'm going to explain why in just a minute. So, directions. Plot out your personal narrative story in the plot diagram below. You do not have to write in complete sentences. For the setting, in my story, the where is going to take place in my house because I thought my house was haunted. And then the when, so this happened quite a few years ago. You can give me a general estimate of the time. You can say it happened last summer, it happened 5 years ago, it happened when I was 5. Give the reader a sense of when the story takes place. So this was the summer of 2012. This was a long time ago for you young folks. Who are the people that appear in your story? Obviously, you should appear in the story. Who else? In my story, I think there's a ghost. Still unconfirmed at this point. So I'm going to put a question mark. And then my sister also appears in the story. Point of view, you are not going to change. Everyone is writing in first person point of view because you are the one telling me the story about yourself. You're going to be using I, me, my to tell your story. Okay? Now this is where we're going to have our inciting incident, which is how the conflict starts. Some of you guys may or may not have conflicts depending on what you're talking about. Some of you guys chose to write about your vacations and you might not have like a problem or conflict, but you have like a beginning, an inciting incident. So for me, my inciting incident was when I was home alone and I realized that the front door was open. Okay, now rising action. We're looking for at least 3 events in rising action. So in my story, what happened right after I saw the front doors open, I looked around. I was scared. I texted my family because I was wondering, was someone home? Was I not home alone like I thought? I didn't find anything. I didn't hear from anyone either. /see anything. So I watched TV in the living room because, I came up with different reasons. I didn't think anything was wrong. Now, all of these events are leading up to my climax, which is the peak of the story. After I watch TV in the living room, I hear a loud thump come from upstairs. And I had to make a decision whether to go up and investigate or hide. So remember, climax, turning point, main character is having a change of heart or something, a decision is being made. So for me, I was deciding, like, do I go upstairs, check out what's going on, or do I hide? I decide to hide. I decide to hide. Yes, I'm not ashamed. Falling action. I am hidden in my parents' closet. Okay, it was the nearest bedroom and it had a lock. So I'm hidden in my parents' closet and I hear back from my sister. She calls me back from my sister. And she is coming home to check on me. Okay, resolution. My sister and I search the house together. We go upstairs, we go downstairs, we look in every room, and we find nothing. We really didn't find anything. Nothing that could have dropped. I didn't see anything on the floor to make that loud noise I heard. So I conclude with thinking my house is haunted. And I still do. ... Okay. Now my plot diagram is complete and I can turn this in. You have today and tomorrow to work on this plot diagram. And I will be back tomorrow to help you guys if you're getting stuck in planning out your story. Remember, it should be a very short narrative. You're not writing several pages. You're not writing chapters. It should be a very simple beginning, middle, end story. Think about the stories we have in our binder like Owl Moon, 11. It was just about one specific memory. Okay? Please email me if you have any questions or let your substitute teacher know. I will be back tomorrow to help you guys if you need any help. Alrighty?